Hello Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys fans, and welcome to the most disastrous and historically worst tournament outcome ever. Allow me to explain. As I was filming, when I got to the final, Game Capture, which is the program that I use, decided to just go poof and just crash. So I thought, oh, it's okay, I'll just reopen it and hopefully I've got something. And it didn't record anything, so I'd done all the stats, I'd done everything, and no footage, so oh, what a day. Anyway, sucks to be me, but also sucks to be you guys, because sorry that I couldn't provide you with the entertainment that I would have liked to give. So what I've done instead is I've gone through the fixtures, I've spoke about what's happened in each one. It's not the most thrilling of TV, but I appreciate any views, and it will just keep you updated as to what happened in Beta League number 6, which will forever be known as an absolute shitter. So I do talk about quite a lot. Ultimate Dream Team. I also talk about the race between Gorilla Limon and the Cosmo Vipers as well. And if you're sitting there thinking, even Scott's not up for this, I've also filmed this moment 3 times, and it keeps speeding up my audio. So hopefully this will be it. This will be third and final, and I won't have to film this bit again. I'm just being honest with you guys. So stick around if you want to see where all your teams stand, your Ultimate Dream Teams and everything, because obviously I will be talking about it as much as I can and showing you the archives and who is where and who's doing what, and just everything I usually do, just minus Super Smash Bros footage. So yeah, hope you enjoy, guys. Hopefully I'll be back soon with proper content. Firstly, thank you to anyone who has stuck around for this disastrous roller coaster that is Beta League number 6. And here's what happened. I'm not going to live in regret anymore. Let's just get through it. So, we started with the Red Robots Corin versus DK, and DK got the win for Gorilla Limon, which was great for Lim La Vida Loca and Jamie. Great news, because you're the only person who has DK. But no one starfighted him. And then it was a Dogs v Dogs match, Lucario versus Bowser, and Bowser got the win, which is great, I suppose. No, it's really good, it's really good. Sorry, I'm just kind of making it up on the spot. You can see the shame. The shame. It was really good news for Jimmy and Mega Drive, who starfighted Bowser. I'm sure a few other people have Bowser, but I'm not going to look at that because it means I'd have to lose this. So, anyway, String Dogs always faced each other, but, you know, one of them had to win. It was Bowser. Bowser faces off against DK in the next round, and they are both ranked 1 point within each other at this point. Yeah, hopefully you guys can't assess the screen too much because there is major spoilers. But you guys don't know what you're looking at because I don't show this regularly. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Wii Fit Trainer versus Captain Falcon, which was a cool match because Rosie and Jamie, who are dating, courting, as it were. Rosie has Wii Fit Trainer, and Jamie has Captain Falcon, but as you can see, Captain Falcon got through, which was great for the Cosmo Vipers. So the Vipers got one through, Limon got one through. Happy days. But then the Vipers lost their next fighter, Luigi, to Rob, who gets his first win of the tourney, and the Robots face off against the Vipers in round 2. Next we have Zelda and Incineroar. Few people have Incineroar, but that doesn't matter because it's only Third Lemon who has Zelda. Third Lemon, who is our second Ultimate Dream Team position team. Looking to well, Third Lemon's not a team. Third Lemon's the person who created the team. The Fruity Fellas are second, and chasing Nippleback. Can it be done this tourney? Stick around to find out. But yeah, Zelda ended up beating Incineroar. That was the main thing. Next up was the Vipers versus the Dudes. So, Super Mario from the Cosmo Vipers ended up beating Ness. Actually, in that fight, Mario took no damage and Ness just fell to his death. So, great news for the Vipers, who get their second fight through and close that gap on Gorilla Limon. I can't remember how much by, but they're trying to close the gap. And then finally, in this side of round 1, we have Palutena versus Marth. So Source versus Source. Only sucked for Austin, who starfighted Marth. Lost Marth, who'd beaten Palutena before. But Palutena gets through for the Source. And speaking of Source, Yoshi also gets through for the Source, which is good for Mighty Clucks. You're the only person to have Yoshi, so that was a success. No one has Chrom, so No, a few people have Crom. I don't know what I'm saying. A few people have Crom, but it sucks that they lost Crom. You see, without my spreadsheet, what am I? I'm just a mere mortal being. Anyway, I'm going to scroll over to the other side, which may reveal spoilers, so close your eyes for 5 seconds. Oh, there was a major spoiler there. Anyway, next up was Inkling versus Snake, and Inkling, for the Cockadoodle Dudes, beat Snake, which was crazy because Snake was ranked the highest Beta League fighter. So, Snake was out, Inkling gets through. That's another niche fighter for the Mighty Clucks, as no one has Inkling. And then it was a match between Lucina and Roy the Boy, who Longboy Bob has both of these fighters. Starfighted Roy the Boy, obviously, because he always does. So Lucina ended up winning anyway, but you got a point, just didn't get 2 points. So he did. And then was the Energy Source and Sora trying to kick ass once more, but failing to do so. Which means that Piranha Plant gets through, which means double points for Gizmo, who starfighted Piranha Plant. So well done to Gizmo. And then well done to Big Nay from the Mighty Clucks. Another fighter through for you, which is Joker and your Starfighter. So double points there, as Joker continues to do well and Roy continues to do very badly. Next up was the most important fight of this tourney, and that was the Emerald League match between Ridley and Mega Man. Now you can see who got through, but just to explain it, Ridley has 4 wins, needed that win to win the Emerald League, which would have been 5 points for anyone who has Ridley, 10 points for Rachel and the pit crew, but Ridley lost and Mega Man gets his 3rd Emerald League match. So keeping it alive and real for Mega Man, which means that Snake also has another chance, because Snake also is on 4. Thought it was going to get Rod from him once more, but Snake has an opportunity. Well done to Mega Man. Then it was Greninja versus Rosalina and Luma, so we're talking Lemon versus Vipers again, and this time it's the Vipers who win. So Roz knocks out the 2nd place fighter from the last Beta League tournament. So Greninja, back to bad form, still in relegation. Rosalina gets through. But another Lemon fighter gets through, which is Cloud, as Cloud beats Kazuya, who no one has, which shocks me every tournament. But the Lemon, another fighter through, also double points for Ash, and we will rock you as you starfight Cloud. And then it was the sad match between Wario and Falco, who are fighting for bottom place, but Falco lost again, which sucks for anyone who has Falco, which is about 6 of you, and no one has Wario, but Wario gets through for the Shroom Dogs and gets his 1st win, so that's both Rob and Wario with their 1st wins. Now, we're going to go back to the other side, so again, close your eyes, sing a song. Okay, so we're going to crawl, where are we at? Up here. We're going to crawl over to this side, in which we have, I'll go to there, there you go. So, DK versus Bowser, and you can kind of see what's going on here, but DK gets the win, and Gorilla Limon take 1st blood against Bowser, which is pretty awesome. Bowser won the last tournament, so for DK to knock him out straight away was good. Let's not forget, DK has won 1 and lost 1. That doesn't make much sense. Won a tournament and lost in a final, so 2 finals for DK, just in Series 6. So DK on a roll, Lemon with another win. But the Vipers claw back in as Captain Falcon beats Rob, so Rob goes back to losing ways. Another double points for Jamie and Lim La Vida Loca as Captain Falcon sets up an almighty match between him and Donkey Kong. Lim La Vida Loca versus Cosmo Vipers. Damn, craziness. Then it was Zelda versus Mario. Zelda's out, Mario gets through, so that was a 3rd Lemon versus a Molly match, and Molly wins as Mario gets through, Cosmo Vipers, another fighter in, so they've got 2 fighters through at the moment, Lemon have 1. Mad. And then in the final 2nd round of this side of the table, Source v Source, Palutena gets through, goodbye Yoshi. Nothing really much more exciting to report on that match. So I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to scroll to the side, I'm going to scroll up. Spoiler alert! Anyway, Inkling beats Lucina, which is crazy, because Inkling comes out of nowhere. So great times for the Cockadoodle Dudes. Joker beats Piranha Plum, which huge for the Mighty Clucks and Big Nafe, who gets through his Star Fighter in Joker. That's a big one. And Limon, another fighter through. So that's 2 Limon, 2 Vipers, and they've still got 2 fighters left each. So let's see how those guys get on. Firstly, there was Rosalina versus Mega Man, and Mega Man continues winning ways as Mega Man beats Rosalina and Luma, knocking out the 3rd Cosmo Viper, which means they now have 2 left. So can the Limon get their 3rd fighter through? So Cloud versus Wario. Spoiler alert, no. Cloud loses to Wario, which is mad, because Wario, like I said, doing terrible. All of a sudden, Wario is back on fighting form. So to try to avoid some form of spoiler now, I'm going to go all the way over here. I'm going to scroll up, and we're just going to go through both fights somewhere over here. It's very hard to do when I can't see the rest of the screen. Let's make it a little bit smaller, like so. So it was DK versus Captain Falcon, which is Gorilla, Limon and Viper. Boom. Who's going to win? I'll tell you who doesn't care. Or maybe you do care. Jamie from Lim La Vida Loca has his Starfighter with Captain Falcon and DK, his differential. And it was his differential who gets through, as DK manages to beat Captain Falcon. So once again, DK reaches the semi-final. Can he reach another final? We will find out. But first, who's he going to face? I'll tell you who's going to face. Super Mario, as Mario beats Palutena, meaning that the Cosmo Vipers get through to the semi-final versus Gorilla Limon. So once again, an amazing final there, semi-final, sorry, between Limon and Viper. Now I was going to go through it all, but I want to build some tension, baby. So I'm going to move over a little bit. So the first match was Inkling versus Joker. Who's your money on? It's not Joker. The Limon lose their extra fighter who they gained over the Cosmo Vipers. No, they didn't gain over the Cosmo Vipers, but that could have got them 2 semi-finalists, but it didn't happen. So it's the dudes who get through. And Inkling on a roll. 2 brand new fighters. Inkling gets through, knocking out Joker. And then the other match was Wario versus Mega Man. And as you can see, Wario continuing to win, beats Mega Man. Mega Man, who was having an amazing tournament, wasn't enough, and the Shroom Dogs get through into the semi-finals. So there's 4 different teams in the semi-finals. Limon versus Vipers and Dudes versus Dogs. So let's see what happened. Do you know what? Let's start with this one first. So it would be Inkling. Oh, I'm trying to make this non-spoilery. Inkling versus Wario and... Oh no, I've clicked something now. There you go, clicked out. Inkling versus Wario, and Wario wins! So Wario gets through into his first ever final. Wario's never been in a final, so congratulations to Wario, who gets into a final and hasn't won a fight all season. Anything can happen. Okay, we're going to go around and into this match between DK and Mario. My face is stopping you from seeing what's going on, so we'll just reveal the winner, who is Donkey Kong. So DK from Gorilla Limon gets to another final. That's his 3rd final in Series 6 and knocks out Cosmo Viper. So the Vipers are out, which means another win here for the Limon could mean super points. So that's DK versus Wario. Now, as for Ultimate Dream Team, only Jamie is left with DK. No one has Wario. So Jamie, it's all on you. Does DK bring it home? The answer is yes, he does, as DK beats Wario in the final. DK getting his 2nd gold and 1 silver in Series 6. So with those 2 golds, he qualifies, well, he enters the qualifying league for the Grand Championship. So DK has 2 opportunities to get into the Grand Championship, and he deserves them. He's been fighting incredibly. Wario doesn't really deserve it, and is still ranked pretty low. I think 58th, is that? Yeah, so 58th. DK moving up to 16th though, so that should be pretty good for DK. And we should have a look right now. Let's get straight into the archives, as we've already been in the archives for the last 12 minutes and 50 something seconds. It's probably a bit longer than that for you guys, but anyway, let's scroll up. I'm showing you all the insides of this now. You're seeing it all. I'm usually a lot more prepared than this, but you know what? Paid me off that everything went wrong, so I'm just going to, it's all going to be cash. Anyway, let's have a look. So a couple of these people have moved up from the Alpha League, so let's have a look at Beta League. Snake now down to 15th with DK in 16th, so DK hasn't taken top Beta League spot, but by God does he deserve it, and it could still happen for him. Ridley moving down into C tier by 2 places. Joker up by 2. Any other out of Beta League fighters there? Oh, Inkling moving up 12 places, that's pretty incredible. Captain Falcon continually doing well this tournament, moves up 3. Mega Man moving up 2. Mario moving up 11. I don't know where that come from. Cloud moving up 3. Palutena moving up 6. And Rob moving up 1. So let's have a look at the Beta League fighters in relegation. Crom. Sora there. Oh man. Sora's only 1 away. All he needs is a couple of wins. He can escape. Zelda trying to claw her way out, as well as Rosalina have moved up 2 places. Which isn't good news for Luigi and Lucario, who moved down. Greninja stays in his spot, but it's Wario who's climbed 4 ranks. 4 ranks and still in D2 tier. That's pretty bad. Everyone else pretty much the same, except for those who've overtaken them. So only 2 more tournaments to find out if these guys can, you know, keep going strong. The screen just flashed green. That could mean anything. I'm sorry if we've lost. What does it all mean? Anyway, team rank. So, importantly, what happened here? And as you can see, no one moved. But it's all about the distance. So, Limon are now 7 points clear of the Cosmo Vipers. Limon now favourites to win with only 4 tournaments left. Can Gorilla Limon win Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys Series 3? They're on the right path to do so. Unfortunately, their Alpha team is a lot worse than their Beta League team. So, it's good that they've got a little bit of a lead there, as the Vipers could catch up quite easily with the likes of Sephiroth, Meta Knight, Richter, and Isabel. That's 4 pretty good fighters, so let's see what happens there. I haven't looked at any of these yet, so what should we go to next? Let's have a look at the Crystal Leagues, and probably just the Emerald Leagues. There was only 1 Crystal League match, and that was between Mega Man and Ridley. And as you can see, Mega Man won. So, Ridley and Snake on 4, Mega Man on 3. Well, Mega Man could get clutch here. Who knows? But anyway, this all comes down to the fixtures of round 7. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Spartan and Warrior. Let's see who's doing what. So the best fighter is still not DK, unfortunately. It's Simon. As Simon's had more wins, but they're both on 11, and that's well deserved. It's well deserved. But Simon running away with it at the moment. Most improved fighter. Now that actually is DK. So DK has moved up by 39 points. If you've got DK in your team, that is going to help you to win the growth trophy, but I haven't had a look at it yet, so we should find out who's doing what in that. As we move over to the Ultimate Dream Team, and the part you all came here for. Not that one, this one. And at the top, nothing has changed, as Chode is now 11 points clear. I believe you were 10? 9 or 10 at the start of the tournament, so now 11. It's crazy. Jimmy is on his way to catching the Fruity Fellas, as he is now only 8 points away. Jamie having an amazing tournament, moves up into 4th. Your Beta League team is doing very well, as you pointed out to me. You are now 3 points away from Jimmy. And so is Big Nath. You're on joint points with Big Nath. Both of you guys doing very well. Your Starfighters, not many people had luck with Starfighters this time round, so +2 was good. Rachel missing out on a Ridley Starfighter there, as Ridley flopped his Emerald League match. Could have been huge to get those 5 points. Gizmo moving down to 7th. Jordan, the Bunda Squad, and Ash and We Will Rock You staying in at 8th and 9th. But Rosie moving up to 10th, taking over OG Nathan. I did say it in the actual video before, but OG Nathan not feeling very well at the moment, so I'm sending you all the best, my friend. And as I said in the video that I did film, you'd hate me saying that, which makes it even better. Anyway, Longboy Bob staying in 12th, but Benny P and Molly moving up 2 places and going into 13th and 14th. Very close battle at the bottom, as Makawewe and Austin both on the same points on 48. Not going well for you guys. Starfighter's still not bringing home the goods, so it's a real It's a real brutal battle at the bottom there, but Longboy Bob, you're being dragged into it. It's very close. So anyway, Nippleback and Chode, you continue to do well, but how are you doing in the Growth Trophy? You're still winning. You are in first place you've got plus 69 at the moment, which is ironic. Jamie and Lim La Vida Loki, you've moved up to second place and you're on plus 52, so DK there doing amazing for you. It's going to be very hard to catch Nibbleback at this point unless some of his fighters start to like lose rank, but at the moment your fighters just seem to be doing so well. Third Lemon, you've moved down to third, but you're still doing pretty well. Big Nath and Jimmy all in the plus, but everyone else in the minus, which means the ducks you've spent have lost their worth. But Jordan climbing, plus 3, moving on up. And Austin at the bottom. Austin at the bottom for both. What's going on, man? Anyway, that's pretty much everything I've got to cover. And what happened? What happened today? I can't even make up for it next week by saying it's going to be a great Alpha League, because realistically, it isn't going to be the Alpha League. It is going to be the semi-final of the Valiant Tourney. Let's go. So, moving on over here, we've got Mega Drive versus Fruity Fellas and the Bunda Squad versus the Mighty Cluck. So, all of you guys, I'm going to be coming to find you so you can pick 5 fighters from your team. I will send you the stats. You will get to choose what order they play in. But that is going to be a big choice. And we've not had a 5v5 yet, so quite excited for that. That's what we've got to look forward to next week. Sorry if you're not in that. Sorry if you didn't enjoy this one. It's all gone to shit. It's all gone to shit. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. We move on. We live and we learn. And yeah, I'm excited for it to maybe go well next time. But for now, guys, this has been Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys. Most disastrous and historically disastrous Beta League number 6. I will see you guys very, very soon. Take it easy.